Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Abhishek ji. First of all, let me dutifully extend a very strong dose of warm welcome and greetings to Observer Professor Sharad Kumar Mishra of the Biotechnology Department, who is observing us for the task of micro teaching. And it is really very coincidental and lucky enough I am feeling that at the one hand there is Sharad Mishra and at the second hand there is Abhishek Mishra. So, and these two Mishras have a very close regional affinity with me. So this is like playing on my own home ground. So thank you very much, and also I welcome all the dear colleagues and participants of this orientation course. Since it is a micro teaching, I am going to discuss with all of you, a very energetic, very vigorous, very powerful poem written by Alfred Lord Tennyson, and one of our former speaker talked about the Victorian age. So I was just planning that the discussion of Ulysses poem will be quite good for us, because this poem, every time whenever I read this poem charges me extensively and it goads me to work in a better way. Dear friends, since this entire refresher course is on language and literature, I have taken particularly literature because literature is a makeup of language, and literature bears up a man in his hard times, especially by inculcating values of vigor, valor, optimism, hope, aggression, and etc. And it is also a very good thing that participants belonging to different languages and disciplines are here. Let me begin my discussion of this poem Ulysses with one of the Sanskrit shloka which we have learned when I was a graduate student. The shloka is like this: Nana Shrantaye Shri Rastiti Rohit Shushrum Papo Nishadvaro Jan Indra Iccharta Sakha Charaiveti Charaiveti Charaiveti. The motto of my motto of introducing this shloka to all of you is just to give a concrete gist of Ulysses. Ulysses was penned by Alfred Lord Tennyson, who was the most representative poet of the Victorian era, and was also became a poet laureate of England in 1850, although this poem was written in 1842. After the sudden death of one of his bosom friend Arthur Hallam, and Tennyson himself told to one of his friend that Ulysses is written under a sense of loss, and that all had gone by, but life still has to be fought to the end, fought out to the end. Life has to be drunk to the lees. And this particular inspiration which the poem gives is very significant for all of us in today's pandemic situation. We are not going to be struck with any kind of pandemic because literature is there, and literature will always motivate us to move onwards. There are a number of writers who have constantly written for encouraging and inspiring human beings. Among them, there is Robert Browning, who is a contemporary to Alfred Lord Tennyson, and Rudyard Kipling has also written very inspiring poems. In Hindi literature, if we throw a glance, we find above all the name of Harivansh Rai Bachchan and Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. I remember a poem by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, and the title of this poem has been doubly used by Bollywood directors also. The title of the poem is Agnipath. I am just reciting the last stanza. कि ये महान दृश्य है, चल रहा मनुष्य है, अश्रुश्वेद रक्त से लथपथ लथपथ लथपथ, अग्निपथ अग्निपथ अग्निपथ. Since Ulysses is a poem of 80 lines, I am not going to read the entire poem. Just want to draw your attention towards 4 or 5 extracts which are very meaningful, and I wish to give this hint to you in the outset that this poem is allegorical in nature. So there are multiple layers of meaning, but the first layer is to drive readers a message up to their home that you have not to stop, although you have been struck either by age or by destiny or by any other compulsion. The opening lines are very significant. Ulysses is not supported by his own army men after so many ventures in the different parts of the world. So he says, the introductory lines of the poem are, "It little profits that an idle king, by this still hearth, among these barren cracks, matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole unequal laws unto the savage race, that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me." In this last line of the first extract, that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me, Ulysses is trying to distinguish himself from his army men who are now satisfied with their sleep, with their food, and let us say not ready to accompany Ulysses in his next venture. Then he says, I cannot rest from travel. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. This was the first extract which marks the aggression of the poet as well as of the character Ulysses. And Ulysses, all of us know, is the central character, rather protagonist of Homer's famous epic Odyssey. The next extract which I would like to quote is from this poem. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arc, where through gleams that untravelled world, whose margin fades as I move forever and forever when I move. The all conquered world, Ulysses suggests.
टाइम हो गया.
हाँ ठीक है, thank you very much. The all world which Ulysses has conquered is just like a window from where he can see that untravelled world which he has not vanquished. In the conclusion, I would like to suggest another poem by Dinkar, which gives the same kind of inspiration which this poem Ulysses is giving. Dinkar has written, पाँव में अभी मंजिलों की प्यास बाकी है, उखड़ी उखड़ी ही सही पर अभी सांस काफ़ी है, इस तन को प्राणों का विश्वास मिले न मिले पर मुझे अभी अपने पर विश्वास बाकी है. तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, since the time is over, I back it over to Abhishek ji for the next participant to welcome. Thank you, Abhishek ji.
धन्यवाद आमोद जी, बड़ी अच्छी प्रस्तुति रही आपकी.